This is Seville, apparently known as the frying pan of Spain, and I've turned up in the middle of a heatwave. My plan is to survive the sun, dodge the tourist traps, and find out if this city actually lives up to the hype.
Oh, mister. Yes, missed me. Yes. Give me more. So no offence, but I watched a few videos on Seville on YouTube before coming here. I just feel like everyone does the same thing. They all go to the main site. They all show quite staged shots to make it look really beautiful. And the reality is, it's not all beautiful, right? Some of it looks like this. But I do like the city. I think maybe just a little bit oversold. Doesn't mean I don't like it though. I've just arrived in Seville. It's very hot. I mean, I knew Seville got hot, and that's why I haven't come here at the height of summer. But this week temperatures are forecasting up to 38, and it's 8:30 in the evening now, and I think it's about 28, and it's very hot, especially for a Scotsman. I mean, they have thought about us. All these shades over these shopping streets, which is quite nice. The thing I always love about coming to Spain is that it's 10:15 at night and the streets are full of people. A lot of the shops are still open, cafes are still open, restaurants are starting to get busy. It really feels like the day is longer. And nice as well because it's still light, but the sun's gone down, so it's not as hot. This is our first proper impressive building, but Seville is full of a properly beautiful city. Like everywhere you look, like behind me, look, every square is just full of restaurants and bars and stuff. It feels really lively.
The first lesson you learn here is that the clock doesn't matter. The city really wakes up when the sun goes down.
We just hang about outside this bar because it's got misters. So I'm going to come back and do a guided tour of the cathedral during the day. But apparently it's worth seeing it lit up, so here it is lit up. Yeah, I can see why it's worth coming to see this at night.
It's a different world at night. You can actually walk without melting, and you get to see the big hitters all lit up.
It isn't just a little bit pretty, it's beautiful. Oh God, look at the sunset. Yeah, this is definitely worth coming to see at night. Oh, this is the Alcazar. Yeah, I'm coming to see this properly as well during the day. Our courtyard's just surrounded with citrus trees. Oh, it's a really nice temperature now as well. Definitely recommend this if you're in Seville and the weather has gone mental and it's 38 degrees during the day. Maybe just chill out during the day, somewhere with air conditioning. Come out at night. The detail on the cathedral is crazy. And you see the mix with like the Moorish influence on it as well, or the minarets. Look at me, I know my stuff. I'm smart. I am really smart, but also it stinks of piss. Why does it stink of piss? Actually, what are these wet patches? There's no rain. Oh, I think I've just walked in piss. With fabric trainers. Talking about how beautiful it is. So this is the other side of the cathedral. It's quite commercial down here. I don't know this word yet in Spanish. La bastarda. I'm gonna go and find out what that means because that's funny. Okay, so bastarda means bastard. I assumed it was a false friend, but apparently not.
My strategy for day 2 is pretty simple. Get out early before the sun turns the city into an oven. Morning. It's actually a little bit chilly in the morning, surprising. I've just sat and had a coffee under the mushrooms, Las Setas, behind me.
and I'm going to go and check out Plaza de España this morning. That is what AI has put on my agenda. Also, yesterday I've lost my sunglasses. Oh wow.
The old town is a maze of pedestrian streets. Great for walking, useless if you want a taxi.
You can see the Moorish influence everywhere. This arch. So this building was the Royal Tobacco Factory. How ironic. You can't smoke in the tobacco factory.
I'm heading to Plaza de España. Usually, this is the postcard shot of Seville. But today, reality had other ideas.
Seems to be getting used for some sort of event. So they've got this massive ugly stage in the middle of it and all the equipment. There's 48 of these around the whole plaza, and each one represents a different region of Spain. So these little shelves at the side are supposed to be bookshelves for people to come and leave books about or written in those regions, but they're all empty. It's pretty grand. Lots of photo shoots going on. Just look casual. No doubt it's a cool place to have events, and that's kind of the point of it, right? It's not just here to look pretty for tourists, it's a public space. So I get their desire to use it in that way. It really spoils it. Feels a bit like a building site. I don't understand that half of the square was really busy. There's loads and loads of people, and then here, like the other bridge, that one's equal on the other side, packed with people. This one, really quiet. The bridges are beautiful. A really pretty place, and definitely like the most sort of iconic site of Seville. You see videos and photos of Seville, it's always Plaza de España. It's so big. So I did have this idea of taking a photo of all 48 little sections. The only problem is people are sitting in some of them. That kind of ruins it. Should I still do it? Just have some weird people in them? Giving strange looks like, why the fuck are you taking a photo of me? You'll find out now if I've done it. It's just one of many big parks in the centre of Seville. So this here is another palace, the Palacio de Santa Lemo. There's no shortage of palaces in Seville. Pretty impressive. I presume it's still in use by the government or royal family, because it doesn't seem to have public access and there's security at all the gates, so not sure if you can go in or not. And another beautiful green space just opposite Plaza de Santa Lemo. So nice. I guess it makes sense in a city that gets so warm to have all these shady bits.
By late morning, the heat starts to kick in properly. I headed down towards the river to see the Torre del Oro.
So I think you must be able to do little river boat trips. Yeah, that might be cool. I might do a boat trip. Just need to time that right though. Don't want to do that in the middle of the day because I will turn out like a lobster. Right, this neighbourhood over here looks really nice. I think it's Triana, something like that. So over here we've got the bull ring. Still part of culture here, though somewhat controversial.
It's the third largest church in the world, and standing next to it, you feel pretty tiny. I decided to walk up to the top of the cathedral tower. The view is great, but you definitely do have to work for it.
Okay, so I actually had to go for a siesta. I didn't actually sleep, but it got so hot. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't really feel much different right now, but it's going to get darker, the sun's going down, it will get cooler, and it might not melt. No one wants to sit outside. If people are in restaurants, they're indoors. So I'm heading over to the other side of the river, to a neighbourhood called Triana. So this little ice cream place took it's 38 degrees, right? I should be allowed as much ice cream as I want. Anyway, we're done by the river. Over the river here is Triana. And this bridge, Punte Isabella something or other, I believe is the oldest iron bridge in Spain. God, this river looks inviting. I really want to get in that water, as dirty as it looks. It's somewhat clear. You're not allowed to swim in it. Either way, I still want to swim in it. The boats can avoid me. And the Andalusians have a reputation for speaking, I mean the Spanish speak quickly, but Andalusians have a reputation even within Spain of speaking really quickly. And I've developed a theory today on why that might be. It's because it's so fucking hot. They're trying to get out of the heat. So that's my theory. And right now I feel like that's understandable. This is the Mercado de Triana, which is supposed to be worth seeing, but it's closed. If you're not coming here in the morning as well, it's sort of half closed. So it's a morning activity in Triana. This seems to be the main street here. All lined with restaurants. There's some really cool buildings here. So I believe there's some relationship between ceramic production and Triana. Not quite sure what it is. There's lots of ceramic shops. There's apparently a museum, which just looks like another ceramic shop. That is another ceramic shop. This is a massive ceramic shop. Ceramic museum. I mean, I'm not that interested. Yeah, seems like a quirky little place. Quite quiet. I don't know if it's just because it's the time of day. And it's so hot. Oh, mister. Yes, missed me. Yes. Give me more. So this alley has something to do with the Inquisition. I mean, it's a bit grim. Yes, so was the Inquisition. Right, we'll try the other side of the bridge. Fuck, it's so hot. This is Calle Betis, the main riverside promenade. The Giralda, Tower of the Cathedral there. Tallest structure in Seville. Nothing's allowed to be built taller than it. The bull ring. The Torre del Oro. Can't say I was overly impressed with Triana. I mean, it's alright. It could just be wrong time of day. It could just be too hot. It could just be that there seems to be a big football match on. I might go and see, doing one of these boat trips. I'm on a boat. So the pre-recorded audio guide is in 6 different languages. So if you're thinking you're going to get a peaceful boat trip, you're not.
A la izquierda, el Palacio de
Here we go again.
siglo XVII.
It's not the prettiest of boats.
Por delante, dos puentes. Ambos
Looks like an abandoned
1991.
garden centre.
De las Fenicias.
So far, the guide has covered this bridge, that bridge, this bridge, that bridge.
Which is the biggest bridge in Seville. It is 3 kilometres long and is supported by 105-metre high columns. It lies 50 metres above water level.
This might turn out to be the worst 20 euros I've spent. So I guess now we're going right back down. I say right back down. It's not very far. You see the Torre del Oro down there? That's where we started. So I guess we're going back down past that. We'll go a little bit further past that and then come back again. So it's going to get pretty close to scraping the top of this bridge. So if you're particularly interested in the history and well, actually not really the history, just the names and who built all the bridges over the river in Sevilla, then this is the tour for you. This bridge was built in this year and was designed by this person. Don't waste your time with this. It's nice to sit down for an hour. And it's like shaded, at least. Every time the boat turns, well, the 2 times it's turned, everyone's moving over to the other side. I think they're trying to get out of the sun, maybe? Here we go. So it's told us that the bridge is in the Guinness Book of World Records, but hasn't told us why. The latest tidbit of information they've given us is that on the right is the Juan Carlos walkway, and it's 2.5 kilometers long. No, that was it. No more information. Who was Juan Carlos? Why is the walkway named after him? God, this is dull. Tell me about the history of the city. Tell me about what, I don't know. Tell me something interesting. Don't just go, on the left, there's a tree. It's an oak tree. And then repeat that 6 times in different languages. Last set of bridge facts about this bridge. I presume we're stopping at this one. This isn't a bridge.
Vor uns die Brücke Alamillo, erbaut für die Expo 92, designed von Santiago Calatrava. Zählt 140 Meter an Höhe, wird von 13 Doppelstahlwagen gehalten.
You should really call this the Bridges of the River tour, and then you wouldn't be disappointed. Well, if it just told you about these bridges, although none of them are that interesting, to be honest. I mean, you would get what you paid for.
I was hoping for some history. What I got was a lecture on concrete. Day 3. I start heading north into the Feria neighbourhood.
This is a nice little plaza. There's so many cool buildings wherever you go. Because they put all these bits of fabric up to shade the sun. To shade the sun. Kind of feels a bit like an arcade. It's much cooler. Like whenever I show up past the church, the bells start ringing, like some sort of warning system. I've stumbled across a market. It's like second-hand stuff mostly, I think. Collectibles and coins, toys, old men spitting on the ground. It's quite cute, apart from the spitting, obviously. You can get your knives. What's with the creepy doll parts? Would you like a hand? Is it some sort of religious thing? God, it's quite big. It's going down the street for quite a while. Yeah, I think this is just a market of people selling their old shit. It's an interesting mix of stuff, that's for sure. So I believe this neighbourhood is called Feria, which I think means like festival, party. And this is Kai Feria. Obviously there's the Casco Antiguo, but that's where a lot of the big, well, not big hotels, but that's where a lot of the hotels, all the big shops are. This feels a little bit more authentic. Very proactive. Right, so we've got Mercado de Feria here. Proper old, traditional. Very cool. Not sure how much of it is open. It's like the fish hall. Nice building. Half empty though. Yeah, oh, I like this neighbourhood. Good view of the market there. Look at this building. That isn't my dodgy camera angle. It's like leaning. So you walk down what seems like quite an unassuming street, right? And then you get the likes of that. I'm a sucker for a narrow alleyway. It's alleyway. Just winds on forever. I don't know where I'm going to end up at the end. It's quite cute though. There's some cute houses like. That's cute. You can smell the incense from the church already. God, it smells amazing. So this is this area is San Julián, and this street is Calle San Julián. You know, all the main sites are pretty busy. There's a lot of tourists here. It's quite nice getting off into these real neighbourhoods. Because, okay, maybe not as grand, definitely not as grand, but there's still a lot of nice things to see. The main sort of courtyard is being spoilt by a stage. There's some sort of Ferrari event going on. Just seen a load of Ferraris going through the street a minute ago. And here, they've ruined it. I mean, it's a nice looking stage. So what they could do with, like the Alhambra, you walk around it in a route. So it prevents all this rabble. Like, don't get me wrong, this place is impressive, it's beautiful. These gardens out here are huge. Research has shown that people in hotter climates tend to be grumpier because of the heat. You get more irritable when you're hot. I've come out here, to be fair, it's not too crowded out here, but in there it's just too many people. I might just move. I know everybody else on YouTube, and they've come to Seville, as I mentioned the Alcazar, they've said, oh, this was the real highlight of my trip. And they've done all this like picture perfect montages of beautiful shots with no people. The reality is a little bit different from that, especially when it's 38 degrees. I just want a pina colada and a pool right now. These ducks have got the right idea. Good on you guys. Good on you. Have a wee bath. Do you know what? This is beautiful, right? But it's just too hot. It's too hot.
Now everyone tells you that Alcazar is the highlight of Seville, but honestly, between the crowds and the heat, for me it was a bit of a nightmare. So I went looking for an alternative. And I found one. This is the Palacio de las Dueñas. It's quieter, cheaper, and it's got a bit of a link to Scotland, which is pretty cool.
This is pretty cute. The Palacio de las Dueñas. It's a pretty beautiful place. This is pretty quiet. Not many people here. So there's a link to Scotland in this place, which is pretty cool. The family that still live here now have Stuart in their name. It's a far cry away from Scotland. Nice to see that I'm representing this here. Kind of lifelike, really, isn't it? Basically the same. Jesus Christ. The only thing louder than a group of school kids is a group of old Spanish women. You know the thing chicken wing? That is what I'm reminded of. Oh, it smells very old. If you've got a dust allergy, it's beautiful though. I much prefer the outside. Like, the inside's alright, but the gardens are prettier. Yeah, pretty cool place. Yes, maybe a bit of a hidden gem. It's not particularly busy. It's a thumbs up for me. I like it. Mostly the gardens. The house smells dusty. Looks dusty. Alright, I've been back to the hotel for a siesta. Had a shower. Got changed. It was nice to get in the AC for a little bit. I've managed to get an appointment to get a haircut. I mean, you're probably looking at it thinking it doesn't need cut, but in this heat, I want it shorter. Okay, two things. That barber was great. He's done a very good job. I'm very happy. For 14 euros, that's ridiculously cheap. And also, Starbucks are doing like this melon bubble tea refresher thing, and it's fucking amazing. Today's a good day. A very good day. As the sun's going down, it's much more comfortable as well. It's funny how much a haircut can make you feel better. Haircut, shower, a rest in the hotel and the AC. I was knackered earlier. This is cute. Oh wow. Just on the outer perimeter of the Alcazar. This part's actually built into the wall of the Alcazar. This is Judería, Jewish quarter. So this is the street I'm looking for. Callejon de Agua. Oh, we've got this garden as well. Jardins de Murillo. Again, this is just on the perimeter of the Alcazar, which itself has massive gardens. So you combine that with this, which I guess is public space. It's a huge amount of green space. Nice little space this. Like this. Like this area. I tell you, it smells amazing here. I don't know if it's like incense or what. There's parts of the city, I think because of the heat, where you can smell the drains sometimes and it's not nice. And where the horses are, you can smell them. But here it smells lovely. Maybe this is what I'm smelling.
To finish the trip, I headed for the city's most modern landmark, Las Setas, or the mushrooms. I wanted to see if the sunset view was worth the entry fee.
This is cool. Fuck, it's warm. I mean, even though the sun's gone, this is pretty cool. It's not actually as crowded here as I thought it was going to be. It's pretty cool. Sun's going down over there. So this is where everyone is. Like, it's a cool structure. It's cool coming up at sunset. But the skyline in Seville isn't that interesting. Like, the interesting buildings are down low. But it's not like going up. I don't know. The Eiffel Tower, the Empire State. No. You're not that high. So you're not getting to sort of really appreciate the scale of the city and its position in the landscape. I mean, basically, look. See that? You could be at that little rooftop and have the same view. So maybe it's not really about the view. Maybe the view isn't the main thing. Definitely, I think better to come up here later or first thing in the morning before the sun's like, or earlier it was 39 degrees. And I think being up here in 39 degrees would be all that pleasant. And as far as sunsets go, I'm going to give that one a 4. Well done, sun. Well done. You did a good job. I'm not hating on Seville at all. I really like Seville. I think it's definitely worth coming to see. I just think it's very much oversold. It's a city. It's a Spanish city. It's got lots of interesting buildings, culture, flamenco. There's lots of interest here. It's definitely worth spending a few days in Sevilla. But is it as Instagram, TikTok, YouTube paints it out to be? I don't think so. I'm not disappointed because I know I try to give a true reflection of my experience when I visit somewhere. It's easy to polish it all up and make it look perfect. The best way to describe that was like, the postcards they use at Eurovision? Well, imagine they made you watch like 15 minutes of them back to back. That was basically that. Good production value, just kind of nothing, just like cool drone visuals and flamenco dancing. I mean, I have complained about this, but I think I've been here for like over an hour. So in that sense, 17 euros maybe isn't bad value. I guess if you're going to come here, sunset is the best time because you get to see during the day, you see the sunset, you see it at dusk, you see the city light up, and you see with the lights on. Okay, I think I actually prefer it lit up. Changes the mood when the light changes. It went red and all the couples started kissing. I didn't have anyone. Now I have to go back down because I'm emotional. Negatives, you are literally constantly in someone's photo shoot, which is kind of annoying. But you know what? Overall, I actually quite enjoyed my visit to Las Setas. I think if you didn't come at sunset, if you came during the day or after the sun had set, you're maybe not getting, but I think I picked the time that offered the best value. So I'm pleased with myself about that. Well done me. Now, time for food.
Seville, it's sweaty, it's loud, and it's absolutely relentless. If you can handle the heat, it's a great place to get lost in. I survived the frying pan, but now I'm going to go and find some tapas and sit in the shade. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It really helps. Cheers, see you soon.